Curious about how a Scorpio man and Gemini woman really pair up? You're not alone. This pairing has intrigued astrology fans for ages. In this video, you'll discover whether your love story with a Scorpio man is written in the stars or full of cosmic landmines. Stay tuned, because by the end, you'll know exactly how to navigate this tricky but electrifying relationship with clear strategies you can use today. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step breakdown of Scorpio man-Gemini woman compatibility, spotting strengths, red flags, communication keys, and practical tips to make this pairing work. When you look at the Scorpio man and the Gemini woman, you're really looking at two people who speak entirely different emotional languages, but who can, under the right conditions, create something incredibly magnetic. The Scorpio man moves through life with intensity and focus. He feels everything deeply, from love to pain, and once he commits, his loyalty runs to the core. He doesn't do halfway. His emotions are like deep ocean currents, quiet on the surface but powerful and consuming underneath. Because of this depth, he tends to keep his feelings guarded until he knows he can trust someone completely. Privacy, mystery, and emotional security are his comfort zones. But that same emotional power that makes him so captivating can also make him possessive or suspicious when he feels threatened. The Gemini woman, on the other hand, is like a burst of fresh air. She's ruled by curiosity, movement, and ideas. Her energy flows outward, talking, learning, connecting, exploring. She thrives on change and mental stimulation. When she walks into a room, conversations light up because her mind is always jumping between fascinating ideas and observations. But her gift for versatility can sometimes make her seem distracted or inconsistent, especially to someone as intense and steady as Scorpio. She's not trying to be detached. She simply needs variety and freedom to stay inspired and alive. Here's where the tension and potential lies. The Scorpio man moves vertically, always digging deeper into emotions and meaning, while the Gemini woman moves horizontally, exploring breadth, curiosity, and experience. He wants to anchor himself in emotional gravity. She wants to soar through mental agility. To him, her constant motion might feel like emotional distance. To her, his depth might feel like emotional heaviness. And yet, when these two find balance, something powerful happens. She brings lightness, laughter, and adaptability to his world. He brings depth, focus, and a sense of emotional grounding to hers. Their differences can be both their greatest challenge and their greatest strength. Scorpio teaches Gemini the beauty of stillness, how to slow down and truly feel. Gemini teaches Scorpio the freedom of air, how to let go, laugh, and trust the flow of life. Together, they have the potential to balance mystery with curiosity, depth with motion, and passion with playfulness. The key lies in mutual respect. When he stops trying to contain her, and she stops trying to outthink him, they discover a unique kind of chemistry that can evolve into a love both transformative and unforgettable. You, Scorpio man, are drawn to depth, mystery, meaning. Her mind, Gemini woman, is often dancing across ideas, possibilities, theories. Sometimes she'll propose something light and airy. Sometimes she'll shift gears. You can help bring focus, direction, depth to her ideas. She can pull you out of your heavy moods with fresh perspectives. The ideal bridge between you: curiosity plus respect. If you allow her the freedom to explore mentally, without criticizing her for flitting about, she may welcome you into her world, and you can gently ground her in deeper meaning. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so she tends to express emotions verbally, logically, sometimes detachedly. She may talk through things before she feels them fully. You, Scorpio, tend to feel first, then speak or reveal. That difference causes friction. She may think you're aloof. You may think she's shallow. To build emotional closeness, you'll need to meet in the middle. She'll need to slow down, be vulnerable. You'll need to open up more. Use small rituals, check-ins, symbolic gestures to build trust. Over time, when she senses your consistency, she'll be willing to go deeper. Communication between a Scorpio man and a Gemini woman is a blend of depth and motion. Fascinating, but often tricky. The Gemini woman speaks quickly, jumps between ideas, and thrives on lively dialogue. She loves to debate, laugh, and explore topics from every angle. But when emotions run deep or conflict gets too heavy, she tends to lighten the mood or shift away, preferring logic over vulnerability. You, as a Scorpio man, are the opposite. You crave depth, truth, and emotional honesty. You'd rather face uncomfortable topics than skim the surface, and when words fail, you retreat into silence to process. Your intensity can feel overwhelming to her, while her lightness may come across as avoidance to you. In conflict, she may detach to stay rational while you push for emotional resolution. That push-pull can easily spiral into frustration or resentment if you're not careful. The key is mindful communication. Use "I feel" statements instead of blame, and let her have space to think before expecting an emotional response. At the same time, ask gently for clarity when you need it. Setting simple rules, like always revisiting issues after cool down and avoiding harsh words, keeps both of you safe in communication. When you balance her air with your water, logic with feeling, you transform tension into understanding, and your differences become your greatest strength. Trust can be tricky between a Scorpio man and a Gemini woman because you both approach love so differently. You crave loyalty and emotional depth, while she values freedom and social connection. Your intensity can sometimes turn into jealousy if you feel uncertain, and her friendly, outgoing nature may unintentionally trigger that. But trying to control her only pushes her away. What she needs most is to feel trusted, not trapped. To manage jealousy, start with self-awareness. Ask yourself whether your fears come from her actions or your own insecurities. Then communicate openly and calmly. Share your feelings without blame. Together, set clear boundaries about what's acceptable in your relationship, from social time to online behavior. These boundaries work best when you create them together, not when they're imposed. Finally, build trust through small but consistent reassurance, regular check-ins, affection, and honest communication. You need emotional safety. She needs space to breathe. When both are respected, trust deepens naturally, and your relationship becomes stronger and more balanced. The sexual and romantic chemistry between a Scorpio man and a Gemini woman is magnetic. Your mystery and intensity draw her in, while her charm and curiosity light you up. There's a natural push-pull between you. Her lightness balances your depth, and your passion gives her excitement and focus. You, Scorpio, crave emotional connection and see intimacy as something deep and transformative. She, however, approaches it with playfulness and curiosity, loving variety and experimentation. To truly connect, blend her sense of fun with your need for depth, surprise her, but make sure she feels emotionally safe and seen. Open communication is essential. Tell her what you feel and need, and invite her to share what excites her. Let her show you how to enjoy the moment, and you teach her how to slow down and feel it fully. In romance, mix spontaneity with meaning, plan adventures, but also create quiet moments to connect. When you strike that balance, your bond becomes both thrilling and deeply fulfilling. For a Scorpio man and Gemini woman, making it work means finding balance between your depth and her lightness, your need for security and her love of freedom. Build trust through consistency. Be reliable and steady. Show up, keep promises, and back words with actions. Little gestures, like thoughtful messages or check-ins, show her she can depend on you. Foster intellectual and emotional connection. Engage her mind with stimulating conversations and new ideas. Encourage her curiosity while sharing your deeper thoughts and dreams. Emotional safety grows when you both feel heard and respected. Use "I feel" instead of blame, and be patient with her lighter approach to feelings. Balance freedom and closeness. Let her have space to explore and socialize, while maintaining small daily connections that keep your bond strong. Trust her independence instead of trying to control it. Keep it playful. Humor, surprises, and spontaneous plans keep her excited. Balance that fun with meaningful moments, deep talks, affection, and quiet closeness. Handle conflict with care. Take breaks if emotions run high, apologize sincerely, and focus on understanding, not winning. When you combine your emotional depth with her curiosity and openness, you create a relationship that's passionate, flexible, and built to last. In a Scorpio man and Gemini woman relationship, being aware of warning signs is crucial to prevent small issues from turning into major conflicts. One red flag is when she completely disengages or retreats mentally when hurt. To you, Scorpio, this can feel like rejection or emotional abandonment, but it may simply be her way of protecting herself. Likewise, if you become controlling, constantly monitoring her, demanding proof of loyalty, or trying to limit her freedom, it can create tension and push her further away. Stonewalling is another major warning sign. If either of you refuses to talk, refuses to listen, or shuts down during conflicts, resentment can build quickly. Emotional blackmail, phrases like, "if you loved me, you'd," is also toxic, as it manipulates rather than communicates feelings honestly. Chronic insecurity on your part or persistent emotional distance on hers signals an imbalance that needs attention before it becomes entrenched. Repeated broken promises or a failure to follow through on commitments can erode trust over time. Similarly, if both of you stop growing individually or together, the relationship can feel stagnant or stuck. When these patterns emerge, it's time to pause and address the issues openly, whether through honest conversation, counseling, or guidance from a coach or astrologer. Recognizing these warning signs early gives you a chance to reset, realign, and keep the connection healthy and evolving. If you like this breakdown, hit the like button so more people like you can discover how to make Scorpio-Gemini love work. If you're curious about other zodiac pairings, drop a comment below. Scorpio plus Cancer? Scorpio plus Leo. I'll write more scripts just for you. Also, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss future deep dives. I release new astrology-based relationship content every week. And lastly, share this with that special Gemini woman or Scorpio man you're thinking about. Maybe it's the spark you both need. Thanks for watching. Here's to cosmic love done right.